What's up guys, Rico here. Welcome back to Chibind Brothers. I'm going to give you a very important update on Riot and Mara stock. I'm going to show you some really good piece of information that you need to know about this company, especially the fundamentals behind it. And I'm also going to share with you some technical analysis. Basically, we're gonna get into the charts and where I see these two going. For those who've been watching my videos and every ad that I've been showing you, we've been consolidating for quite a while around certain levels, but I also gave out in a video a certain strategy that could pretty much help you if you did buy way when it was the top, to try and reduce or at least bring your position or your average down as much as possible, because I was saying that we're probably going to be staying within these levels for quite a little bit because of the consolidation that we're going on. So now, without further ado, I'm going to get into the piece of news first. We're going to go ahead and read a little bit, some of the highlights that I think you should know, and then we're going to get into the technical analysis. So before we get into that, please don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you get videos just like this one every single time we post them. Well guys, let's get into it. All right, I'm going to start with Riot blockchain here. This is a piece of article from Yahoo Finance. You can pretty much Google it, you'll find it. About the production operation update pretty much of 2020. This one is specifically from last month. And I wanted to show this because I want to show you how incredible they've been doing. Because if you believe we've been investing in this company and you want to see result within the long term, as we're going through, of course, as Bitcoin performing and as we're moving forward, you also want to see the company that you actually are putting money into, like Riot or Mara, since they mine Bitcoins and they pretty much depend on how Bitcoin perform, because the production numbers really is going to reflect their profit margin and how things are going. So you want to really see some pretty good numbers as far as how, the way they're mining these Bitcoins. So we're going to read the first one here. It says, in June of 2021, which was last month, Riot produced 243 BTC Bitcoins, an increase of approximately 406% over its June 2020 production of only 48 Bitcoins. So last year, at the same time, the same month of June, they only produced about 48 Bitcoins. They only mined 48 Bitcoin. But this year, they went 243 Bitcoin. That's a 406% increase. This is something that's really good when you look at the company fundamental, especially if you put your money into it, you invested into their stock. You want to see at least the numbers behind it. You want to see it improve. You want to see them doing really, really good. Of course, sometimes the fundamentals and everything that's going on with the company doesn't always directly reflect right away into the stock itself, but over the time it tends to influence what the stock is going to be doing, because the better numbers that are coming out, the more investors feel like they want to pour their money into it, because the company is profitable, and who doesn't want to make profit? So this is really good piece of news that I wanted to share with you guys, and I wanted to show you another thing that's really important. As of June 30th, 2021, Riot held approximately 2,243 Bitcoins, all of which were produced by its mining operation. This is really, really good. And one of the piece that's really important, and it's showing like this company, because to be honest, between Riot and Mara, Riot is positioning itself as the most profitable company in the US, and this is the second piece of information that I wanted to share with you, is the fact that because China has been cracking down a lot on the miners in China, and a lot of them have pretty much been going away. Like you can see the exodus of Bitcoin mining in China, resulted in a downfall, difficulties, adjustment of the global network and everything else. And of course, the hash rate has also gone down from everything that China has been doing to be literally cracking down on cryptocurrency. But that's been an advantage for the US companies, and these companies operating in the US and Canada, basically North America, to be able to take advantage of this crackdown that's going on in China on miners. And these companies, especially Riot, positioning itself as a winner to be able to kind of take over this market as we're moving forward. So these are really good piece of information that we should all know, and I really wanted to share this with you so you guys can see where we're sitting as far as, you know, basically kind of the fundamentals and some catalyst about where the companies could pretty much be going. And another thing, this is about Mara that I wanted to show you also. And something that I wanted to show you about Mara also, over the same pretty much time in June, Mara generated about 265 Bitcoin during June, basically a 17% increase over the month of May. So when you look over these numbers, so you can also see that Mara, or Marathon Technology, or Mara stock, basically, the company itself is also been increasing in the amount, basically the operation and the mining. The more they are growing, the more they're mining much more Bitcoin, and we can understand a lot of the miners that are moving out, we're taking advantage of that. These companies are actually increasing their potentials and how much they're able to mine in terms of Bitcoin to make their company to, you know, try and be more profitable, especially Riot blockchain. So these are really good piece of information that we need to know, and we need to understand that these companies are actually trying and doing everything they can produce as much or actually increase in every single time the numbers goes up to be able to be as profitable as possible every single time and have an increase in production. So now I would like to jump into the chart so I can show you exactly what we've been, what's been going on. And as always, I keep my drawings that's as it's always been for a little while now, and I wanted to show you. Remember guys, we've been really into this zone for a really long time, and once we got into this zone, I've been telling you guys, which I believe I need to make these lines a little more longer because it looks like we've actually crossed them, but like I've told you, as long as we're still consolidating into this area with Bitcoin, as you can see, between somewhere about 31,000 and all the way up to 41,000, let's just say $40,000 in Bitcoin, as long as we're still consolidating in these levels, you will see, this is Mara chart right here, you will see that Mara will pretty much be doing the same thing. We're going to be seeing numbers somewhere around, like we've been seeing, around 25 all the way to like 36, I believe. I mean 30, 33, 34, somewhere around there, and then we go down to like 25 again, or it's like literally this zone right here, we're probably going to be going around. And even though we did cross this line somewhere around the 28, but I told you right now it's acting as a support. We did the same thing here. We bounced back, we went up all the way up to like an intraday of 33, almost 34, and then now here we're back to this line again. It looks like we are below it. Are we gonna keep going down? If we really go down to the next line right here, like 18 or something, that means Bitcoin really has to go below this level. Like if Bitcoin breaks out of this pattern of consolidation that we've been doing around, like I said, 31 all the way in this range to $40,000, then you will see Mara going down, and so is actually going to mimic itself into Riot. If I were to show you the Riot chart right now, it will pretty much do the same when you look at Riot. And as you can see here, this is our zone that we've been going on for a little while. It looks like I need to make my line a little longer up here too, but you can see basically between $28 and 36, somewhere $36 and close, 36 and a half. So literally, as you can see, we are doing the back and forth into this zone right here. Because like I said, as long as Bitcoin is being in this zone of consolidation here, every single time Bitcoin goes up and get closer to $40,000, you will see Riot pretty much do the same thing. It's going to come back up and go all the way up to 30, 35, probably 36 again, and we go up a little bit, but whatever it is, if Bitcoin comes back down and get into the 30, 31 levels, we're going to see it do the same thing and go into this pattern of consolidation again. So I wanted to share this with you. I wanted to show you exactly what's going on and what we should be seeing. But This is some of the opportunity that we should take advantage of. Like I said in the other video, if you want to average down as much as possible as we're moving forward, you want to take advantage of every single time the stock comes down, every single time we resist at these high levels, and then we resist these high levels. If you can't add more, or if whatever it is, you can always liquidate a little bit or whatever profit you have, and once we pull back, you have more capital to buy more, bring your average down as we go up. But if you don't want, it just depends on whatever your strategy is. My strategy is different, anyone's strategy is different. I'm not a financial advisor, I can't tell you what to do. I'm just saying, you know, whatever you can do to try and bring your average down as low, because you want to make sure you have it down as low as possible, so you have as much upside as possible. So, or if you have more capital, to always add up. Every single time we reach the bottom, you buy more. Every single time you buy, I would do that personally, but I wouldn't tell you really what to do. It's just depending on whatever your strategy is. As we've been consolidating, in my lines that I've pretty much drawn here, they've been as accurate as possible since we've been going through this. If you look, when we were in this pattern, we really pretty much stayed in the same area, and then we broke out of it, and now we are in this new pattern of consolidation. So I'm gonna keep watching this, and if I see something else, and when there's actually a significant update for me to give you, I'm going to go ahead and give it to you guys. So if you would like to trade in the stock market using Webull, please use the link in the description below. Sign up and deposit at least $100. You and I, we both gonna get 4 free stocks just like that, pretty much magic out of nowhere. Well, you get rewarded just to open an account and deposit money. So, just like always, guys, as for me, I will see you in my next video.